Hello students, welcome to the topic differentiability. In last video, I discussed derivative of inverse trigonometric function. In this video, I am going to discuss derivative of inverse trigonometric functions with composite variable. You know the meaning of composite variable or composite function. In the standard function, x variable is replaced by any function, then the function is called as a composite function, and that variable is called as the function composite variable. The function act as a variable. Okay, so now if it is inverse trigonometric functions with composite variable, then how to write the derivative? First I give the formula. Okay, so remember all these formulas. First I write derivative of standard functions with x variable d by dx of sine inverse x, and derivative is given by 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x square. See, in this answer, this x square is nothing but variable of the function, this x only. We take the square. Suppose if this x is replaced by any function, then how we have to write the derivative means 1 divided by root of 1 minus, in this place whatever the function is there we have to square that one, and into d by dx of that function. So that is a method of differentiating composite. Okay, already you solved many different types of composite functions, how to write the derivative in the same way. First we follow the standard function, then we write the derivative of composite variable. Okay, see, next is d by dx of sine inverse f of x. Now in this variable is any f of x. It may be algebraic, it may be trigonometric, it may be any type of function. Okay, it may be product form function, division form function, this f. Okay, so then derivative is followed in this way: 1 divided by square root of 1 minus squaring the variable, that is f of x, into d by dx of f of x. Okay, whatever the composite variable is there, that derivative it is. Okay, in the same way remaining trigonometric, inverse trigonometric functions with composite variable. So second one is d by dx of cos inverse x. It is given by minus 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x square. If it is composite, that is f of x, instead of x, if it is f of x, then minus 1 divided by square root of 1 minus f of x whole square into d by dx of f of x. Third function, tan inverse x. D by dx of tan inverse x is given by 1 divided by 1 plus x square. Okay, if it is composite, we have to follow like this: 1 plus function whole square into d by dx of function. So fourth one, d by dx of cot inverse x. It is same but negative, 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus x square. If it is composite, that is x is replaced by f of x, then it is minus 1 divided by 1 plus function whole square d by dx of function. Fifth function is cosec inverse x. You know cosec inverse x derivative, minus 1 divided by x into root of x square minus 1. Listen here, this variable x only is written here into root of square of the variable minus 1. Suppose if it is composite, that is cosec inverse f of x, then it is written or it is given by minus 1. See, x, when we have a x variable, what we have outside x, here f of x, then root square of the function minus 1 into d by dx of f of x. So this whatever is written, it is the derivative of the cosec inverse, taking the same variable, and after that variable derivative. So last function is secant inverse x. It is 1 divided by x into root of x square minus 1. If it is composite, then 1 divided by f of x into root of f of x whole square minus 1 d by dx of f of x. So now I hope you got it, how to follow the derivatives, how to write the derivative of composite functions of inverse trigonometric function. Now I take one example. If y is equal to cos inverse 2x, then find dy by dx. Now this is inverse function, but the variable is 2x. Okay, it is not x. Then derivative, you know the method of writing answer. First you write the given function y is equal to cos inverse 2x. Write the derivative, differentiate with respect to x. Left side y is there, therefore dy by dx is equal to, let me recall that formula. If it is composite, how it is followed: minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus square of f of x. So in this example, f of x is nothing but 2x. Okay, I follow this one and I write derivative 1 minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus this entire bracket function whole square, okay, into d by dx of 2x. So this completes, or this gives the derivative of the given example or given function. Okay, next rewriting this become 2x whole square is nothing but 2 square is 4, x square is x square, and 2 into x derivative is 2 into 1, constant as it is x into 1, x derivative is 1. So rewriting this answer, we get minus 2 divided by root of 1 minus 4x square. See, this 2 into minus 1 is become minus 2. So this function is nothing but derivative of given inverse function. So this is the way of writing inverse functions if it is composite variable. Next example, if y is equal to tan inverse 3x, then find dy by dx. Given that y is equal to tan inverse 3x, you know the derivative of tan inverse function. Tan inverse f of x, it is 1 divided by 1 plus function whole square d by dx of f of x. Now f of x here 3x. 1 divided by 1 plus squaring the variable, that is 3x, and d by dx of 3x. Okay, next step, writing the derivative of 3x. 1 plus this become 9x square, and d by dx of 3x is 3 into 1. So rewriting this answer, we get 3 divided by 1 plus 9x square. So this is solution for the given inverse trigonometric function with composite variable. So I hope you understood how to write the derivative if it is composite variable. Now let me take one NCERT example which is given in the miscellaneous. If y is equal to cos inverse of sin x, then find dy by dx. Now it is an inverse function, but composite variable is a trigonometric function. Sin x is the composite variable here. So first you write that y is equal to cos inverse of sin x, given function, then write differentiate. So first we have to write the derivative for cos inverse. You know the formula, it is minus 1 divided by root of squaring the variable, that is a sin x function whole square, into d by dx of sin x. I hope you got it. We follow this formula, minus 1 divided by, remember the standard function answer, minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus x square. In place of x, what we have function, square that one, and d by dx of that function. So it is very easy. So rewriting, so sin x whole square is written as sin square x, and derivative of sin x is cos x. So rewriting this function, we get minus cos x divided by root of 1 minus sin square x. So this is the derivative of the given function. Now see the next question. If y is equal to sine inverse of x root x, then find dy by dx. So, students, now given function, it is a sine inverse. Now this is the variable. This is now x root x. This is composite variable. So first you write a given function y is equal to sine inverse of x root x. Differentiate with respect to x. So left side it is written as dy by dx equal to, first we have to write here inverse function derivative we have to follow, sine inverse. Okay, so this is the formula. I followed directly 1 divided by root of 1 minus taking the square of this, that is x root x whole square, into d by dx of x root x. So in the next step we simplify this term and we have to write the derivative of this x root x. So the derivative of x root x is we can differentiate in two ways. One is using the product rule, otherwise we can simplify this. X root x we can simplify because we can use laws of indices here, like x raised to 1 it is, and this is x raised to half. Base is same and it is product, therefore power is taken addition, that is 1 plus 1 by 2, it becomes 3 by 2. Then easily we can write the differentiation, that is x raised to 3 by 2 following x raised to n standard function derivative. Okay, so let me first write the first term, dy by the root. First term square is x square, second term it become x, and here x into root x product is written as x raised to 3 by 2. So next step, 1 divided by root of 1 minus x cube, x into x square, and here x raised to 3 by 2. So the derivative is written using x raised to n formula, that is n into x raised to n minus 1. So next step, just power you simplify, that completes the solution. So 3 divided by 2 into root of 1 minus x cube, that is this 2 and this is numerator 3, and this if you simplify it become 1 by 2, x raised to 1 by 2. So this is derivative of the given function. So here I simplify x into root x and I used x raised to n formula to write the derivative. If you want, you can write the derivative of this product without simplifying like this using the product rule. Okay, so here you put the bracket, directly you follow the product rule, keep the one function as it is, differentiate the root x plus root x as it is and differentiate x. So that become the solution. Okay, I hope you understood. So next is I'm going to discuss derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions with composite variable, by substitution method. By substitution method. Dear students, sometimes we get inverse functions as variable, some algebraic expressions, and in that algebraic expressions we put x is equal to some function so that it become a standard trigonometric identity. Then we replace it, so we get a standard identity, then we get a simplest form, then we differentiate the function. So this is the process. In inverse trigonometric chapter you learned that how to write the simplest form of the inverse function or simple form using substitution method. Here once again I recall the expressions and what substitution we have to take for that expression. I discuss and then examples on that. So first one is, if you have expression 1 minus x square. And remember students, this expression you will get along with the inverse function as a variable. Inverse trigonometric function variable, you will get this expression. Whenever in this expression involves, then we can take x is equal to sine theta. Okay, so if you replace x by sine theta here, x function, if you take sine theta, then what we get, 1 minus sine square theta. And we know that this function is nothing but, or this identity, it is cos square theta. I hope you understood. And remember expression as well as the substitution. Even you can take x is equal to cos theta also, either sin theta or cos theta, anyone we use. Okay, then expression become, or when you replace here in this expression, it become 1 minus, if you take x as a cos theta, it become cos square theta. Then this expression, or 1 minus cos square theta, is given by sin square theta identity. Okay, second one, if you have a root of 1 minus x square, then substitution is same, either you take sin theta or cos theta. Okay, it is just a root for these terms. Root of 1 minus sin square theta, and root of 1 minus sin square theta is a root of cos square theta, just square root of this, and it is written as cos theta. Or you can substitute, you can take substitute x equal to cos theta. Okay, root of 1 minus cos square theta, and root of 1 minus cos square theta function is nothing but sin theta. Okay, now third expression, it is 2x divided by 1 minus x square. If we have this expression with any function or inverse function, any inverse function, then substitution is taken as x equal to tan theta. So this is the substitution function, x equal to tan theta. Remember here students, variable of the function is theta here, substitution. Don't write like x is equal to tan x, it becomes same variable. It should be different variable, x equal to tan theta. In previous two substitution also same, x equal to sin theta, or instead of theta you can take it as a b, other than x you have to take variable. Okay, now when you replace x by tan theta, it become 2 tan theta divided by 1 minus tan square theta, and this become tan 2 theta function. So next is another expression, it is same but denominator is different, it is plus 2x divided by 1 plus x square. If you have this expression, substitution is same, x equal to tan theta. Okay, 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta, and this expression is nothing but sin 2 theta function. And all these results you proved in inverse trigonometric function. Sin 2 theta is equal to 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta, like this you proved in inverse trigonometric function. So the same function or same identity you will get in terms of x variable. So here we have to replace the variable by the function, reverse process, that's it. Okay, so therefore if you remember all standard trigonometric identities, okay, in that identities the function is replaced by the x term. You have to identify that one, and you have to take the same function. Now x is equal to same function. Now next expression is 1 minus x square divided by 1 plus x square. So like this we have a function 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Therefore x is taken tan theta substitution. See, then we get 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, now we can write this as a cos 2 theta. So sixth one, 3x minus x cube divided by 1 minus 3x square. So this type expression, we have a function like 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Therefore what we have to take here, x means tan theta only, x is equal to tan theta substitution. So it gives you 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Then function gives you tan 3 theta. So next is 2x square minus 1. So if you have this expression, then x is taken cos theta, so that it become 2 cos square theta minus 1. Then this we can write as a cos 2 theta, because this expression is nothing but cos 2 theta. In first PUC you proved this. Next is 1 minus 2x square. For this expression, x is taken sin theta, then it gives 1 minus 2 sin square theta, and identity is nothing but cos 2 theta only. So next is 3x minus 4x cube. So x is taken here sin theta, so then function become 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta. So this is nothing but sin 3 theta function. Last one is 4x cube minus 3x. For this expression, take x equal to cos theta. So it becomes 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, and function is written as cos 3 theta. So remember all these expressions and substitution as well as the identity. So now let me take one example on this substitution technique. If y is equal to sine inverse of 2x divided by 1 plus x square, then find dy by dx. Okay, so this type of substitution method you will get in examination for 3 mark. Okay, correct substitution you will get 1 mark, and then simplification 1 mark, and writing the derivative of the answer you will get derivative of the last function after simplification 1 mark. So like this marks distribution, so you will get in examination for 3 mark. Okay, now identify, first you write given function. So identify this expression, what we have to take the substitution, 2x divided by 1 plus x square. For this expression I told you just now, I discussed substitution, x is taken as tan theta. Is it clear? Next is, from this if you transfer this tan function left side, it become, this implies tan inverse x function is nothing but theta value. Okay, so this is required, you consider this as equation 1. At the end we have to replace this, so remember this equation 1. Now let me replace in the given function, y is equal to, therefore y function is become sine inverse. So here 2x divided by 1 plus x square, we have 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. So y is equal to, this is nothing but sine 2 theta function. Okay, if you want to refer that previous table, 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta, this you proved in inverse chapter. Okay, inverse trigonometric function chapter, you proved that 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square is nothing but sine 2 theta. It's a reverse now. Now sine inverse, using inverse trigonometric functions properties, that is sine inverse of sine theta, it is given by what? Theta. Here also we have the same case, sine inverse of sine, but 2 theta, therefore it is written as 2 theta. Now I replace this theta by function x variable, that is tan inverse x, from the equation 1. Now this is y function. Okay, so remember students, these two are same only. This is complicated form and this is simplest form, or you understand like this, these two functions are equal, they are same. Now I differentiate this 2 tan inverse x function, which is same as differentiating the given example or derivative of the given example. So 2 as it is, and tan inverse x derivative, you know that 1 divided by 1 plus x square. So this is derivative of the given example. Now you see alternative method solution. First you write given function, y is equal to sine inverse of 2x divided by 1 plus x square. Differentiate this function with respect to x. dy by dx is equal to, see here students, this is a composite function, inverse trigonometric composite function. This is f of x. You know the derivative of inverse function composite, how it is written. So this is sine inverse function composite rule. So, and f of x is this bracket function. 1 divided by root of square of this function into d by dx of function, that is 2x divided by 1 plus x square. So here first function we simplify, it is 1 divided by this function we simplify in this way, 2x whole square numerator, denominator is 1 plus x square whole square. If I take LCM, this denominator is multiplied to numerator and whole divided by 1 plus x square whole square. So that is 1 plus x square whole square minus 4x square divided by 1 plus x square whole square. And second function we differentiate using quotient rule. So you know the quotient rule, you follow that one, and it is written like this: 1 plus x square denominator function d by dx of numerator function, that is 2x, minus numerator function d by dx of denominator all divided by denominator square. Okay. Next, first function 1 divided by, expanding that 1 plus x square whole square, we get 1 plus x raised to 4 plus 2x square minus 4x square as it is. See, this term is expansion of the function, 1 plus x square whole square, and root for denominator it is cancelled, we get only 1 plus x square because it is whole square is there, no, it is cancelled. And I keep this entire term as it is, a second term. In the next step I simplify 1 plus x square. So here if you operate these two, 2x square minus 4x square, it is minus 2x square, and this denominator goes to numerator, therefore it is 1 plus x square numerator. And here 2x derivative is 2 and 1 plus x square derivative is 0 plus 2x. Okay, one derivative is 0, x square is 2x, and whole divided by as it is. So 1 plus x square divided by 1 plus x raised to 4 minus 2x square as it is, and here it is 2 into 1 is 2, and this is 4x square whole divided by 1 plus x square whole square. Next step, numerator function as it is, denominator as it is, first term, and here if you multiply the bracket it become 2 plus 2x square minus 4x square whole divided by 1 plus x square whole square. So, and here you can see that both are same term, one is a square and one is without square, so one term cancel here, and here we can operate these two because same variable, same terms, 2x square and 4x square. So 1 divided by as it is, and 2 minus 2x square divided by 1 plus x square. So this is derivative answer for the given example. I think this is, compared to that substitution method, this is little bit complicated or difficult, so better is substitution method. I hope you understood, students. Thank you all.